Hello and welcome to Whisky Resource. This is review number 50. My name's Mark and today I'm going to be looking at a blended malt whisky. This blend was provided as part of the Summerton Whisky Festival, so it's one of the many bottles that I was provided samples of. I've already tried it. Tried some. I'm about way through the samples. I'm not going to review everything that I've had as samples. I'm going to pick and choose the ones that I feel are worthy of a review. Not to say they're not all good. It's just some of them are worth a bit of a shout out. So this is the Scalasaig Blended Malt Whisky. It's called the Island Hopper, which relates to the little boat there that you see popping between the Scottish islands. So this is a blended malt that you can pick up from various online retailers. Master of Malt have it in stock at the moment. It retails for £49.95. It is a non-age statement blend. 43% ABV. As far as I'm aware, it is non-chill filtered and natural colour. I'll confirm these details in the write-up that you can see on the website. It's a blend of whiskies from the Islay and Mull, the Isle of Islay and Orkney. So I think we'll have a bit of a guess as to what some of those could be. Like for example, Mull, that could well be from the Tobermory distillery, let's say. It could be Tobermory or it could be Lechaig, which is their peated release. Orkney, well, it's one of two, so generally we go with Highland Park as the Orkney whisky. Hardly Scapper. And then Islay, well, there's a fair few to choose from on Islay, so can't really say what that one would be. So this is a vatting of 10 casks from those various islands. They were vatted together and then they were placed into first fill sherry oak. There's a outturn of only 3,000 bottles, so it's pretty limited. So for a value score, we give it 90.76. That score subject to changing depending upon me revisiting some of the information about chill filtration and colour. But as you can see there, that's a pretty nice mahogany type of colour going on there. Anything else to say? Yeah, so Scalasaig is the port town on the Isle of Colonsay. Colonsay is where this particular, I'm going to call it distillery, but there isn't a distillery there at the moment. They are planning on putting one. But that's where they're based, out of Colonsay. The chap who's heading up the operation there is a former employee from, I want to say he worked for White & Mackay and Edrington, who are responsible for Macallan. What else is there to say? There's going to be several other releases in the future. They're all going to feature these fantastic artwork. Now this little miniature doesn't make justice of what the artwork truly looks like, and as with all my reviews, I'll be putting a full-size bottle as the graphic, and on my website, if you click on any of the pictures on the reviews, you can actually see a bigger view of the image, so you've got to get in on the artwork and take a look. By all means, go ahead and check it out on Master of Malt as well, and as always, I'll be putting a link if I can to that. The current website for the Scalasaig is under construction, so there isn't much information there. Pretty much what I've just said there. This was released in September of last year, and it's available at limited Stockists. So Master of Malt has it in stock at the moment. But what does its nose and taste like? Well, let's whack it in the glass there and give it a go. Now, during the Summerton Festival, Master of Malt actually sold out of this. And people who tasted it were that impressed by it. It sold out straight away, and they've subsequently got stock back in. But given there's a 3,000 bottle limit and it's available at various online retailers, of which Master of Malt are the biggest, I can't imagine it's going to hang around for much longer. It's on the nose. Wow, well, you're getting peat smoke. That's what's dominating at the minute, is the peat smoke. Get past that, there's the fruitiness of deep, dark, rich red fruits, berries, cherries and raisins, sultanas. There's a bit of salt brine going on there, and a bit of caramel chocolate. It's a very rewarding nose, this one. If you can get past the peat, then the fruits behind it are quite nice. But on the palate, now I'm getting cherry is the dominant fruit amongst there, but there is a bit of raisin and sultana. It's got pepper prickle to it, bitterness, but there's dark chocolate and there's coffee, which I adore in a whiskey. A bit of coffee. Again, that brininess shows up and does give a caramel mocha, a salted caramel mocha, kind of a, imagine, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Picture. If I was to describe the flavour as a tangible object, it is a salted caramel mocha bar drink, maybe. There's a bit of oak. Finishes short to medium. You can taste, you can, the alcohol is present, a bit tingly, bit of oak, bitter. The bitterness actually lasts the longest, and that peat smoke just threads through it. It gives it a lovely warming sensation. I'm not sure about what age of the whiskies were that went into this, but judging by the colour, you know, if this is non-coloured, is that from the sherry influence, or is that from aging in casks? Because if you look at most of the peated Islas, they're not that deep of colour, so let's believe that's probably going to be sherry influence from first fill. Try to think of if there's anything I've missed from this. Just the overall score, really. Now, I did pay for the tasting pack I got from the Summerton Festival, so it's not like I was given this. Would I buy it? I didn't, but I would. I would buy this. It is a really good malt. In fact, it's so good I'm going to put the rest of the bottle in, and I'm going to enjoy this at a bit more relaxed pace. There isn't anything bad I can say about this at all. It's got a lovely honey sweetness to it, but the Islay influence, the peat, has been held back sufficiently that it doesn't dominate and allows the sherry to come forward. I think I'm going to give this an 88. It is that good. It is that good. And you know what? That's why it's sold out. So if I'm right in thinking, an 88 puts it as the highest scoring blended malt whiskey I've reviewed so far. So hats off to Scalasaig. It's a great blend, and if they've got any left in stock come the beginning of July when I've got a little bit of money, I'll buy a bottle because it is that good. Cheers all.